So it's Saturday morning, and now we know that the young man who shot Charlie Kirk was MAGA. His entire family was MAGA. He grew up MAGA, raised by Republicans, Mormon household. He grew up with guns. And now we know that he was what's called a Groyper. A Groyper is a subset on the right that follows a guy named Nick Fuentes, who is pretty openly a Nazi. He's very anti-Semitic. He's very racist. And Nick Fuentes' Groyper, Freudian slip, Groyper movement was deeply rooted in their anti-Semitism and their belief that segments of MAGA and Republicans overall were not conservative enough and were actually traitors to the United States because they placed the interests of Israel ahead of the interests of the United States. And Nick Fuentes and Charlie Kirk had personal grievances and conflict between one another over this. Charlie Kirk was a staunch supporter of Israel and supported what Israel was doing in the Gaza Strip to Palestinian civilians. And this young man was a Groyper. And everybody on the right who was latching on to the fact that he had etched "Take That, Anti-Fascist" on one of his bullet casings. Fascism to Groypers is placing the interests of Israel ahead of the United States if you are an American. That's the definition of fascism to Groypers. Watching all of these people on the right crash out over the last few days and call for extreme violence against people on the left in the United States, they're not going to reconcile. They're never going to reconcile or accept the fact that this shooter was one of theirs. That's never going to happen. Just this morning, I've been seeing the latest pivot on that. Well, he went to college. He was radicalized to the left in college. He went to college in Utah with a bunch of white people from Utah, a state that Donald Trump won 3 times. One of the most Republican MAGA states in the entire country. But, I mean, the facts don't matter. And, I mean, yet again, it's anecdotal. It's just what I'm seeing on TikTok. But I'm seeing the right be openly and incredibly disturbingly bloodthirsty for violence against the left in this country. The left didn't have shit to do with this, nor did black people, for that matter. I mean, the day after the killing, 5 or 7 historically black colleges and universities had to be shut down because of the bomb threats and the threats of violence that they were receiving because of the killing of Charlie Kirk. Black people had absolutely nothing to do with this, nor did anybody on the left. But again, it's like, I really, really don't think that most people on the left have any real concept of what Charlie Kirk meant to the right and what he represented to the right and what his assassination means to the right. more so than any other time in the last 8 months, 9 months, I am gravely concerned for this country. I am gravely concerned. I don't know what their retaliation for this is going to be, but it's not going to be nothing.